Good evening,
Isn't it
Drew.
crazy? This is our 198th episode.
It boggles my mind sometimes. Boggles my mind.
How do we keep doing this?
You keep sending the invite every week, and I keep saying yes.
Have we thought about what we want to do for 200 yet?
I don't know. What do you? I have no idea. What do we want to do for 200?
We got to do something.
I feel like we have to do something. But I'm running out of time to figure that out.
Well, okay, listen. I think that it's unfair of us to continue to ridicule the audience about not emailing us when we have been threatening to record this in person for a while.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm just going to call it. For episode 200, we have to do this in the same place.
Okay.
It's just a question of where.
I like it.
Like, where would we do that? Like, do we just go to one of our houses, or do we want to go somewhere and do it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, come on, let's workshop this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Like, okay, the house is the easy answer.
It is.
Yep, the house is the easy answer.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if we were gonna go do it somewhere, where would we go do it?
That's tough because like, not every place is audio friendly. You know,
right? Like, we can't go get corn dogs.
No.
But you
could record that, but it's not going to be great.
Well, okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
What if
we
did this at one of our houses?
Okay.
But we ordered a bunch of food.
Okay.
Like food that we've talked about.
Okay.
I mean, corn dogs are kind of a thing, right?
Okay. Where could you even get corn dogs?
So there's a place here in Dublin.
Okay.
Let me see if they have corn dogs. It's called Weenie Wonder.
Weenie Wonder.
Fast casual hot dogs. Our foods. They have a Reuben hot dog.
Oh, I'd fuck with that.
Wonder coney sauce, cheddar, onion, yellow mustard. I don't see.
No.
No, I don't see corn dogs. I thought that was going to be our best shot, really. Okay. Dumpster dog. Bloody Mary, Nacho Supreme.
Some of those hot dogs look good. Oh.
I don't think so, man. Like, I just want a plain hot dog. Like,
oh man,
some of these sides. Let's talk about these sides. JoJo's. Seasoned potato wedges.
Yeah, JoJo's. That's a phrase I haven't heard in a very, very long time.
I've never heard that phrase.
Yeah, so there. Back when I was a kid, there was this place. No. Okay, no, it was. Was it I can't remember where it was. There was some place that was close by, and they were a typical like fried chicken kind of place.
Okay.
And they served JoJo's, which are they're basically just like an eighth of a potato.
Okay.
Very thick, fried and seasoned. I always wondered if the phrase was a little bit racist. I can never figure out why. It just felt wrong.
It does seem a little wrong, right?
Mm-hmm. It does. Absolutely. Yeah. But that's a word that brings me back. JoJo's.
I was just searching online for corn dog Dublin, Ohio, and I'm getting a lot of Five Guys.
Mm-hmm. Five Guys has corn dogs?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I'll save you a click. No, they do not. Does Steak and Shake have corn dogs? Printable menu. Like, I'm gonna print out your menu. What year is this?
That's better than scanning a QR code, I think.
Steak burger combos, Chili's, cheese fries, steak burger hot dog. Nope, they don't have corn dogs either. God, where can we go get a corn dog? Do we have to go buy frozen ones? No, we can't do that, right?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Wow.
What is this? Weenie Wonder I thought was going to be the best. Was really going to be our best option there.
Roosters. I know Roosters has mini corn dogs.
Right, we did that, and we did that already. And honestly, it wasn't that great. If I'm being honest.
I don't see
Buffalo Wild Wings popping up here. You're not a fan?
Yeah, they would-
Okay.
I
No,
think
it's okay.
I, th-
You
I
don't
mean,
have to-
I mean, if that's where we have to go for corn dogs, that's where I'll go for corn dogs.
I don't think we can get that there. You said Culver's.
I keep
I'm
looking.
looking at Culver's.
I keep asking Google where we get a corn dog in Dublin, Ohio, and it keeps lying to me.
It does keep lying to me. Culver's wants to know my location. They're sending a strike team. Menu. Culver's and Powell. Butter burgers, seafood sandwiches, and dinners. I would never get seafood there. Kids meals. Okay, kids meals.
Kids meals.
That's where corn dogs are, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep. There they are. Corn dog. On the kids menu at Culver's, they have corn dogs.
Oh.
And they have little tater tots in the shape of hearts. Cheese curds. We love cheese curds hearts.
I like cheese curds. Those are good.
Sounds like we might be going to Culver's, buddy. Well, so there is a Culver's.
Okay.
There is a Culver's.
There is.
Not far from where I live.
Okay.
There is one, like, I could easily go pick that up.
Okay.
And I could bring Culver's back to the house. Like, it's in Powell.
Okay.
So, here's the plan.
Okay.
Episode 200, we record at my house.
Okay.
And I feel bad about that because you're going to be coming to my house this weekend anyway.
That's okay. I barely get in my car anymore anyway now that, like, school's out. So, like, it's fine.
Cool.
I put on a podcast and drive to Drew's house. I love it.
Okay. I'll get Culver's, my treat. You come up here, and we'll have to, like, you probably want to bring your Mac and a microphone, right?
I think
we probably still want to do 2 mics.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
We'll do that.
I'll bring some stuff just to have it, and we'll figure out what to do. Yeah.
This will be an interesting technical challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one thing I'm worried about the most of is, like, crosstalk where we pick each other up on each other's mics. But I mean, who knows?
We'll have to be really careful about that.
We'll have to be careful about
It's going to require a degree of discipline that I'm not sure that I have.
Oh, we'll figure it out. Or it's fine. We just put
or we just do it. The show is the show. It's in the show. It's in the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Okay.
I like it.
That's the plan.
I like it.
And maybe we'll even live stream it. I don't know.
Ooh.
We can do that too. We can just be sitting at a desk, not looking at each other.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right. That's the plan. We're going to eat Culver's.
I like it. Okay.
All right. So the kids are out of school.
Mm-hmm.
What are any of them doing band related activities for the summer?
Zach will start marching band later, I think the beginning of next month. So nothing band related right away. The big thing that's coming up in the Baylor household is I think a week from today. Yes, a week from today, my son is getting his wisdom teeth removed. So.
Oh, fun!
Mm-hmm.
You had yours out, right?
Oh yeah, I was like 30 or something when I got mine.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was not fun. In fact, I was telling my son the story. I remember going in there and getting the IV and then basically being turned off and turned back on.
Yep.
And then it was over. And the nurse was talking, it was just me, my wife, and like a nurse or technician. I don't know who she was. She was telling my wife a bunch of stuff because clearly I was not in a mental state. And my mouth was full of gauze.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like the gauze was kind of coming out. So like I did what any person would do. I'm like, I'm going to shove this gauze back in here. And she saw my finger going towards my mouth and she turned and looked at me. And I remember she like treated me like a 4-year-old. Like, we do not put our fingers in our mouth.
So I had mine out. I think it was right before I went to college. It was like either my junior or senior year of high school. I had mine out. Now, I didn't start drinking or smoking pot or doing any of that stuff until I graduated high school.
Okay.
So that was my first time really getting any sort of anesthetic. Well, that's not true. I mean, unless you count Novocaine.
Okay.
But like actually getting like switched off, like you said, that was like the first time I ever had that happen to me.
Okay.
And the procedure went really well. And they gave me some really, really good pain medicine. And I just remember that, it hurt.
Yep.
But what really fucked me up is after the surgery, I just remember I chewed on my lip too much on the way home. And I ate my lip, like my bottom lip. That was unpleasant. And I didn't realize what was happening until like the anesthetic started to wear off. and I realized that my entire lower lip was bloody and really, really hurt. But yeah, I remember going in there and they were like, count backwards from, or no, it was, she said, start saying your ABCs.
Yeah.
And I made it to like F, and that was it.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, they get in there, man.
They do. Oh.
And I can't tell if it's better to get it done early or later.
They say it's better get it done when you're younger, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. So,
well, it's funny because as someone who is going to have some dental surgery, like it is 100% certain that I'm going to have some dental surgery pretty soon.
Gross. Sorry.
It's okay. Apparently my mouth is rejecting one of my teeth and has been for some time.
Oh.
Have we talked about this? I don't know if we talked about this.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So listen, I have this condition called resorption.
Resorption.
Yeah. Did I spell that right? Resorption.
Who knows? We'll fix it.
Hold on. Resorption. Dentist. Painful. All right. I'm going to search for that. Yeah. Okay. That's how you spell it. So basically what it is that one of my teeth had some sort of trauma. Now I've had dental surgery before. Like thanks to hockey and other stuff, like there's like one of my teeth is like completely busted in the front. And I had to have like that filed down and put a cap on it and everything. But outside of having my wisdom teeth out, I haven't had any like really, really major orthodontic surgery. But essentially what's happening is my tooth is dying from the inside. And like if you look at an x-ray of my tooth, it looks like my tooth is cloudy on the inside. Now, if they had caught this when I was younger, they could have potentially fixed it with a root canal. But it's advanced to the point now where a root canal is not going to fix the problem. And sooner or later, and there's really no way to predict this, like this tooth is going to start to hurt and just like the root is just going to die. And at that point, they're going to have to pull the tooth and put in one of those like screw implants that they could then put like a cap over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They're not sure what causes it. Like I said, it was potentially some kind of trauma or something. Like maybe I bit down hard the wrong way on something, and like it's just there's some irreparable damage to the tooth. Now I have gone to the dentist. Like, I mean, I still go to the dentist, but I go to the dentist twice a year, and every year they take X-rays, and every year they're like, "Man, you really got to get that tooth taken out. Does it hurt?" And I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Huh." Well, let us know when it starts hurting. And like I went to like they referred me to an orthodontist, like an orthodontic surgeon, who took a look at it and basically said, look, you can't save this. It has to come out. It's just a question of when you want to do it. And they're like, does it hurt? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, call us when it hurts. And like, I'm not looking forward to that. Now my wife has had a couple teeth like that she's had to have pulled, because I forget why she had hers out, but I just remember that it was like a huge pain in the ass. And like pain aside, and I don't have a super high pain tolerance, but pain aside, it's just like a huge pain in the ass because you have to go get your tooth pulled. And then they have to like wait for that to heal. And then they have to put in the screw into the bone of your jaw. And then that has to heal. And then that has to heal. And then they can put like the crown on.
Yes.
So it's just like a lot. And I wish they could just do it all in one go, but I don't think that's safe.
Yeah.
So that's and it is essentially guaranteed that I'm gonna have to die. Like I could go schedule it right now if I just wanted to get it over with, but I'm just like a giant pussy, so I don't want to do that. So that's the story of my teeth. Now have you had any of that done?
I mean, I've had root canals, I have bridges, crowns, caps. I don't know. I'm more porcelain than enamel in my mouth at this point.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I just pave it all over with like concrete or something. that would be good. That'd be good for me. So I never have to worry about it again.
Yeah. I'm sure they have concrete.
I hate the dentist. I have extreme dental anxiety. So
it's funny.
Yeah.
Much like flying, I never really used to mind the dentist. I had this old, like he was basically a tooth wizard when I was a little kid. And he was so good. His name was Dr. Erdley, and he had like a nurse / receptionist named Rose. I used to like go there after school. He would do the checkup. He's the one that did all my cavities. And he was good. Like he was just really good. Now, he retired and I had to go to this like one town over, but that was like again after I graduated college. And then like I didn't go to the dentist like all through college. And then once I got like a real job with like health insurance, I started going again. And yeah, but it's interesting. Like the last couple times that I've had to have things done in my mouth, I've requested the laughing gas to help me calm down,
Okay.
which insurance doesn't cover that. But you know what? Bill me.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Like it helps me stay calm. You wear that like little pig mask. It's wonderful. All right, enough tooth talk. Let's talk about some other shitty news. Now I'm sure you saw this announcement, right?
I have.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what's happening here?
So, I enjoy Reddit. Drew also enjoys Reddit, and I think we both really enjoy the third-party Reddit client for iOS called Apollo. It's great. I use it all the time. In fact, to me, Apollo is Reddit. Like I hardly ever look at Reddit in a browser. Reddit's been kind of threatening to start charging for their API access for like third-party apps. And they promised like, hey, we're not going to do what Twitter did. We're not the bad guys here. We just need to start charging for the stuff. It's going to be completely reasonable. It'll be fine. And then they announced their pricing, and apparently like Apollo would have to pay $20 million a year to keep running. He's like, I can afford that. Like,
yeah. So basically, I'm personally blaming Elon Musk for this, because he went, I know it probably wasn't him, but somebody told him like, hey, our API is really popular. We could charge a lot of money for it. And for those of you listening to this that don't understand like what we're talking about is like these social media sites like Reddit and Twitter and these other ones, they have application programming interfaces called APIs that you can request a developer or an application account for. And essentially, instead of going to the official Reddit website or the official Reddit app for your mobile device or whatever, third-party developers can develop tools that basically give you the same content in a vastly different experience. And Apollo, which we've talked about many, many times on this podcast, is really just a wonderful app for browsing Reddit. It's very clean. It's very straightforward. The official Reddit app is disgustingly bad. It's disgustingly bad. And I'm with you. I don't really browse Reddit on my computer. The only time that I really end up on Reddit on my PC is like if I'm playing Destiny or I have a computer problem and I'm Googling something and there's like a Reddit thread about it. That's it. Like I don't really ever go on anything but my phone. So for reference, right, I think Twitter's API, I think they stated that like Twitter's API is like $42,000 for 50 million interactions. Okay. And then for this Apollo thing, they're saying that it's going to cost $12,000 for every 50 million API calls. So that means that like for one interaction in the app, that's one API call at a minimum. Okay. So basically, if Drew goes on Reddit and he reads 10 threads and goes to 10 different subreddits or something like that, you sort of have to add all those up, whatever the equation is for how many times you interact with the app, which then turns around and interacts with Reddit. That's a meter that's running. Now, the guy that makes Apollo, what's the guy's name? Christian
something.
Christian something.
Yeah.
He basically said, look, my current math says that if I pay list price for this, it's basically going to cost me $1.7 million a month because every user of Apollo, all up, made 7 billion with a B request. Okay. Yep. That's how popular this app is. And he does charge money for this app. But
you can use it for free, but like you can also pay him for additional features and stuff. But yeah,
right.
Most of his users are using the free tier, I believe.
Yeah. But for the people who do pay, like he did the math and he's like, even if he made this app a subscription, he would have to charge like what, like $3 or $4 a month, which is double the monthly charge right now. Because I think
Yeah.
it's like what, 99 cents a month or something.
I pay it by the year, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I do too. It's just a really, really good app. And it's just sad to see them really gating this off because they saw Twitter do it. And they're like, well, Twitter got away with it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, like they don't realize that like all the good Twitter apps basically died. So it's a pretty garbage move. It just reeks of greed.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because unless Reddit changes their mind, it's basically going to kill this app, and then for me, it's probably going to kill most of my Twitter usage, except for the occasional Google query that leads me towards Reddit. Uh, yeah, it just kind of sucks.
It really does.
It sucks. Yeah, and it wasn't like Christian was saying, "Hey, you can't." Like, I don't want to pay anything. Like, I get it. Like, I'm using this service for free. I make, like, it's within your right to charge something. And he thought it was going to be reasonable. And, yeah, like, what did he say? So he has an Imgur,
Right.
API. And for the same, he pays $166 for 50 million API calls. $166 versus 12,000. So,
Right.
yeah.
it just sucks, man. Because I'm with you. Like if Apollo goes away, and it sounds like that's what's going to happen, I'm with you. I just won't browse Reddit.
Yeah. Like soon. It's supposed to be like next month, I think.
Yeah.
When it comes, or July. July is next month. God damn it.
Yep. Officially.
This
is Today's the 1st.
Mm-hmm. Man, it sucks. It makes me mad.
It makes me mad too. I mean, it's just greedy. Now, is Reddit public?
I don't think so. I think they're owned by like investment. Yeah, they're owned by
private company.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you hear companies banging on about MAUs or monthly active users, like that's a barometer of service health. And if they are trying to go public, that's the number that they need to get up. Now, I would argue that by cutting off ease of access to your platform and forcing users through really terrible interfaces, like that's going to impact your monthly active users.
Yep.
Because I mean, Apollo is a very, very popular app.
Yeah, he has a lot of users.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they all suddenly like decrease their usage, like you and I are saying, now listen, I think that if you're a hardcore Reddit user, you'll still use it. Right. You probably won't use it on your mobile app as much, but you're probably still on Reddit. You probably log in with an account. You probably have the subreddits that you frequent because some of those communities are pretty good. Like the Destiny subreddit is something that I would probably still check from time to time because that's where everybody goes to complain, and that's all people do about Destiny is complain. So I would probably end up there still. But yeah, man, this is just shitty. But this does lead to an interesting question. What do you pay yearly for Apollo right now? I don't even know what I pay.
Hold on, let me go into.
I mean, I could. I was hoping you knew.
Settings, Apple subscriptions. It's spinning. Where is? Did I do an? I must have done an in-app purchase, not a subscription. I don't know what I paid for it. I don't know.
Right.
Something.
Hang on. I can figure it out.
Did I do like the lifetime What did I do?
Did they have a lifetime?
I don't know, because I have Apollo Ultra.
Right. $12.99 a year.
I have Apollo Ultra Lifetime, so I did buy a lifetime unlock.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about that.
No, it's $12.99 a year. So like you're the one that's losing the most, right? Because you already paid.
Yeah.
Now you probably didn't pay a ton, right?
I maybe it was like $60-$70 or something, but
yeah. But you got your money's worth.
Oh hell yeah! And I feel bad that I give him enough money.
Yeah. So unless he does sell merch and he's got other stuff that he could like sell to help supplant this, but it's never going to be enough to pay for.
Yeah, no
for
way.
that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, $12.99 a year. Now, even if he doubled his prices, like it's still like he's saying it's basically still not going to cover it. And like I'm not going to pay. Where was it? Like, I wouldn't pay. Well, would I pay $25 a year for it? I probably still would. But I'm not. I mean, I'm not everybody, right? But I would still pay $25 a month to use it because it's that good.
I would too. Yeah.
But he's even saying, like, even if he doubled it, it still wouldn't cover it. That sucks, dude.
Yeah,
that just sucks.
Suck.
Are there any other good, like, well, no, it doesn't matter, right? Because every third party thing's going to get shut down. I haven't even touched the official Reddit app in a while, so I have no idea.
I haven't either. Yeah, as soon as like the Apollo has that browser extension, so when you click on something in Safari, it's like, do you want to open this in Apollo? I'm like, yes, I do.
Game change, absolute game change. Okay, so you finished Ted Lasso season 3, huh?
Yeah. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't.
You should watch it.
I was waiting to binge it, and as I understand it, as of yesterday, because we're recording this on a Thursday, the last episode of the season has aired.
Yes.
Now, I have caught glimpses of the show because Mandy's been watching it. Like,
okay,
what do you think?
I like the season. A lot of people didn't like it so much. I mean, it's not the best season. I think they probably decrease in quality from 1 to 2 to 3, like 1 being the best. And
that's what I've heard.
But I think it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I cried at the end. I'm not proud. I'm not too proud.
It's gotten a little dusty in my house.
Yeah.
A few scenes of few scenes. I read some like of the hot takes on the internet afterwards, and everybody's like, "Oh, too much therapy stuff," and I'm like, that doesn't really bother me.
No,
I mean, if Ted's helping the team get better, I think that's the whole purpose of the show, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, interestingly enough, I haven't watched it, but you can talk about anything you want. Like, you can spoil it for me if you want.
No, I was just curious to see if you watched it and if you're planning on watching it, and I enjoyed it. It was good. Like, it did kind of like. From what I understand, they have no idea what's going to happen next.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of people after the series finale were tweeting, or not tweeting, on Instagram, were sharing a picture of like where, it's the AFC Richmond team on the field waving as they're sort of like running away, and it says that's it, and then ... for now. Now, they're not going to do a season 4, right?
So the guy who plays Coach Beard, who's also like one of the co-creators, he didn't ask me anything on Reddit, which I read on Apollo, either yesterday or today. And someone asked him that question, and he said, like, to be honest, we just don't know. Like, no decisions have been made. We really haven't talked about it a whole lot. We're just kind of taking a break and seeing what happens. From what I understand, like, a big part of the storyline is how Ted Lasso is, no longer in the United States, and he misses his kid, and, because he's in London. Well, that's exactly what happened to Jason Sudeikis, who's the actor. Yep. That's the exact situation he was in. I guess he got separated from his wife. He went to London to make this show. He separated from his son. So I think a big part of it is him actually wanting to go back to the States and spend time with his family. Instead of being away so much. So, but it could go in so many different directions. It could have, I wouldn't roll out a like Roy Kent spinoff show.
I would watch that.
I would watch that too. Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters on the show.
Oh yeah. He's good. He's good. Oh
yeah. I will get to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I will get to it.
Cool.
All right, my update. I have to take a test on Monday.
You have to take a test?
Yeah.
What kind of test?
So this role that I'm in right now for Databricks is very, very similar to the roles I had at Microsoft. And these sort of roles require you to maintain certain certifications.
Oh, okay.
So when I was at Microsoft, we had to take yearly certification exams. Which is interesting because most of the Microsoft certifications are good for 2 years. So like if you get like an Azure architecture, whatever, test, you don't take that test the next year. You find another test to take. And depending on the role you're in and sort of your area of specialty, like you will get a list of exams that you could take that would satisfy the requirement. Databricks is very similar. Now, Databricks is unique in that they operate on every cloud, and the certifications that they want you to obtain are not cloud specific. They are more like, uh, how do I say this? They're more like procedural certification. So I have to take, so as part of my onboarding, I have to, like, the last step is I have to take a data engineering certification. Now, Databricks offers the certification, Databricks offers the test, and there will be questions like specific to things like Apache Spark and Delta and things like that. But there will also be like Databricks specific questions on there. I've been like studying because I mean I understand the Databricks platform pretty well. Some of the deeper stuff because there is going to be like code syntax and things like that on there. Because I took the practice exam earlier this week and I passed it. I think I passed it by like I needed 32 out of 45. I needed a minimum score of like 32 out of 45, and I think I got 38. So like I feel pretty good. There's still some areas that I need to study and stuff like that, but yeah, that's on Monday. And then I found out that there's another exam I have to take, and truth be told, this would be the one that I'd be more worried about. It's the one, it's like a machine learning specific certification, and like
Okay.
I just don't I don't understand how to like actually build a model. Like
Got it.
I've
Okay.
read about it and I've used models that other people have created. I know how to like deploy models to production and I know how to like interact with a model and like train and test a model, but like I never have built my own model. And like I have so many ebooks and things that I'll find on like Humble Bundle where it's like learn how to do AI and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy this bundle of books and then I never open them.
Got it. Yeah.
Um so because a lot of it is just really really complex math and statistics and I've just never been good at that stuff. So like I've never had a problem in my life where it's like I'm going to develop a model to do that. So that one I'm a little bit more worried about, but I don't have to have that done till October. So I have plenty of time
Okay.
to figure that out. So
Hmm.
so yeah, that's on Monday. So and I'm off tomorrow, so I'm
Good
gonna
for
like
you.
yeah, I'm gonna go to the memorial tournament with some friends.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
But yeah, it's stressing me out, but it weirdly is and isn't stressing me out. Um I mean, I think I'll do okay, but it's just one of those things that it's kind of on my mind. Have you like do you have in your role now, do you
Hmm.
have to do any like training?
Have to? No.
No.
No. No. No.
Have you like had any desire to do like learn how to be a better manager type training or
No, because I'm pretty fucking good at it already.
it's not okay. Okay, I wasn't implying otherwise. I just was curious like if they
No.
sent you to some like leadership seminars or
I
something.
mean, if they wanted me to go to something like that, I'd go. That's not a problem. I mean, like, I'm not the like. There's a lot of people out there who are like, like reading all kinds of books on leadership and stuff, and I'm not like that. It's just like, okay,
Yeah.
don't be a dick. Listen to people. Uh, be accountable. There you go.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
I
I mean,
mean,
it's not that. It's I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you, buddy. Like every once in a while, someone will like talk about like a Brene Brown book that they read, or like some like life changing leadership book that they read, and I'm just like, why would I just think leadership is one of those things, especially like tech is tech, right? Like you can you can study for a certification exam, and like that's like a pretty point A to point B type thing. But I feel like a concept like leadership is like I think you're kind of molded by the leaders that you have. So like if
yeah,
you've had really good managers, like chances are you're going to be a pretty good manager. Like if you
yeah,
were destined for it, like you're going to be good at it. And like if you read someone else's book to try to be a better manager, like you're trying to emulate them, I feel, and like you're not them,
yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You got to figure out what you're gonna be like, and yeah, I
Right.
like and I emulate managers that I liked working for, and
Yeah.
I avoid doing things that managers did that I hated. So Yeah, that seems to be going pretty well for me. They haven't fired me yet.
Good
Oh,
to know.
mhm.
Okay, let's shift gears then.
Yeah.
So, Dub.
Dub Dub's next week, Drew.
Yep. What do you
It's
think?
I don't. I mean, are you excited about anything to be announced at Dub Dub? Have you kept up with any of the rumors or?
The only rumor that I'm aware of is this whole headset thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna happen. This is not my original thought, but I think if it wasn't gonna happen, Apple would have leaked to the press that
That
the
it's not
headset's not
happening.
gonna happen. And also, like, they invited a bunch of like AR and VR like news outlets and YouTubers. So I think it's gonna happen. Yeah, yeah.
So, before we get into that,
Hmm.
side tangent.
Okay.
Are you still enjoying your PlayStation VR?
I use it occasionally. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but I use it every once in a while. Yeah, I'm getting less motion sick by it. So, uh, but really, my Steam Deck is pretty much devoured all of my gaming life until Tuesday, which then my PlayStation 5 will devour all my gaming life because I'll be playing Diablo 4 till my fingers bleed. Uh,
Oh, that's right.
I didn't do any of the pre-orders. I don't want to be part of that mess. I don't want to give them an extra like $30 to play. I think you can play to like right now if you
Yes,
ordered
you
like the
can.
Ultimate Edition. I don't want to do any of that. I'm just gonna buy on the regular day and be one of the slobs that plays. But yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
headset. Not as
Well,
much. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, some.
Anyway, the reason I asked that, right, is like I don't have a very strong pull to buy this headset because I'm not really sure what I would use it for on my on an Apple product.
Yeah, I'm interested in how Apple presents it, like what they think it's good for. 'Cause it's supposed to be like a mixed reality headset and it's supposed to, like be a really big step in that kind of direction. Uh, I'm just curious to see what they do with it, like what the pitch is. Like, use this because you can have your iPad apps floating in the field in front of you, and you can paw at it with your big sausage finger. Uh, or whether it's going to be gaming or productivity or a little bit of everything. I'm really curious what the price is going to be. Like if it's what the rumors said, like $3,000,
I'm
I
out.
guess I'm out. But then again, like I remember all the rumors for like the original iPad. It was like, this is going to cost $1,000, and they said nope, 500. Uh, so who knows? Who knows? I'm curious to see how Apple presents it. What the price is going to be, what the hardware looks like when it's going to come out, what the software features are, what like the app platform looks like. Just because this could be a new platform if it like I'm not sure
True.
maybe this one takes off, but if they come out with a cheaper one down the line or you know eh, yeah, I don't know.
Like I,
I don't
I feel
know.
like Apple is fully capable of making a head-mounted display. It's just a
Yeah.
question of like, what is the use case that Apple is going to present? Because I mean, you have other players in the market right now. And the one I want to talk about the next topic here, like in the list in a moment, but like
Okay.
unless Apple has like some new workflow or some new app or some new FaceTime type innovation that would make it so that I could use this thing and use it pretty often, price aside, I just don't see it being for me.
I don't
Like
either.
I was just like right before the call today, or right before we did our podcast tonight, I was actually struggling with my headset a little bit. I have been using it more because I've been trying to learn how to play like some of these flight simulators that I have a little bit better.
Okay.
And for the life of me, I cannot get this thing to work reliably with Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Hmm.
Sometimes it works great. Sometimes I will start flipping switches in the cockpit and the whole display freezes, and I have no idea why. And it's really sad because like that is one game that I would love to play in VR because we've talked about this before, but I love like the feeling of sitting in like a machine and like starting it up, right? Like starting it from cold and being immersed in it. And like I don't use the like the touch controllers, like I use my keyboard and mouse. So like I still have like the WASD and then the mouse. and like looking around the cockpit and like going through the checklist of like firing everything up. Like, I don't know, that just scratches a part of my brain that I don't know. But anyway, I just don't know what Apple is going to compel me with to say that I need this.
Yeah,
Unless it's
exactly.
like one of those things, because like even now, like the Quest 2 that I have has a mobile app, right? Like
Mhm.
I can interact
Okay.
with it on that mobile app. But I can't like play I can't play my games on there. I can't like surf the internet or like watch Apple TV on it or something like that. But I've never been a fan of watching movies in VR anyway. So again, that's not going to tempt me to get it. So I want to know what they're pitching, if it's more
Yeah.
mixed reality, right? Like if it has cameras on the front, you can see through it, and it adds like a heads up display to my daily life. Now we're talking a little something different.
Yeah.
Because the reason I say that, right, is because Meta just announced today that the next version of the Quest is coming.
In what only can be described as utter desperation.
Yeah. Yep. So a couple things, right? So it's coming later this year, and
Mhm.
like a lot of people don't talk about it because a lot of people who own a Quest own a Quest 2. They're doing a huge price cut on it, which again, the timing is a little sus, right? With Apple's announcement
Mhm.
coming out and everything. So like, starting June 4th, which is Monday, I think, like I could go to Best Buy or I could go to Micro Center and I could pay $300 to get one of these. And I think I paid 400 when I bought it new. So it's like getting a pretty decent price cut.
Yeah.
So like that's what Apple has to compete against, because other people who maybe have never dipped their toes in the VR before are going to see this price point and be like, why would I give Apple so much more money? Unless the features are so ungodly good and it
Yeah.
has really good battery life and has really good sync with the phone and everything. I,
Yeah.
I just don't understand like what it's going to do.
I mean, some of the, like the rumored specs on it are like absolute. Hold on, rumored Apple headset specs. Like the screen resolution was like redonkulous. Oh, what did they say it was going to be? Oh, come on. Just give me a freaking list of. Oh, here we go. Tom's Guide. They should have a non shitty article about this. Twin displays, one per eye, be micro OLED panels, 1.41 inches in size. They also be tipped to feature a pixel density of 4,000 pixels per inch.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
It's a lot of pixels
that's a
right
lot
next
of
to your eyes.
pixels. Yes, yes. And over 5,000 nits peak brightness. Yeah.
Phew.
Yep.
But I just don't know. I just don't know what it's going to be.
I don't
Now the
either.
other rumor, and this one I'm a little more interested in, right, is there's going to be desktop Macs with M2 chips in them.
Yeah, there's rumors about updated what Mac Studios and stuff with M2s, possibly the 15-inch MacBook Air that could possibly even launch with the M3. Yeah, there could be some new Macs.
And potentially a new Mac Pro.
I don't I don't think it's going to happen I don't think it's going to happen at Dub. I don't. I don't.
Yeah. That Mac Studio looks really good though.
Yeah. I have absolutely no need for that, but if I did, I definitely would own one. Uh yeah. Yeah. I just want like you have to think like, okay, so they're gonna like want to talk about all the new stuff in iOS 17 and iPad OS and Watch OS and new Macs and the headset. Like, is this gonna be like a 6 hour keynote? They're gonna like stop and serve dinner. Like oh yeah.
Well, I the other thing that I'm really interested in is the new Watch OS.
That could be very interesting. Yeah. They supposedly get like a complete like redesign.
Yeah, which I would be appreciative of.
Yeah.
If they could make widgets that were more reliable for third party people, I think it'd be good. 15-inch MacBook Pro, or sorry, 15-inch MacBook Air. Sorry,
Tempting.
very tempting.
Very tempting.
I would buy one of those for Mandy in a heartbeat. iOS 17. Anything jumping out at you there?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to be in it. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. I guess they're maybe come out with like a journaling app, and that doesn't interest me at all. So, uh, eh, I just want to see I want to see how, what are they, you know, I remember the whole like Steve Jobs sitting on the chair reading on the iPad, like that. They had a good story around that. Like, this is what the iPad is for. You can't fit it in your pocket. You're not going to take it with you, but it's great for like sitting on the sofa and just like putzing around a little bit. It was great. They sold that very well. I don't know how are they going to say like, yeah, you're going to need to spend $3,000 on this thing because FaceTime is awesome. Like, who knows? What are they going to do? What are they
Yep.
going to do, Drew?
I don't know, man. It's coming. Like, when is WWDC? What is it?
The keynote is Monday.
Yeah, I was going to say Monday's the big day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be interesting,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, you just bought a fancy new monitor, so you need something for it.
I don't. I just spent a lot of money. I probably shouldn't spend it anymore. But no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Although, if there is a 15-inch MacBook Air, there may be a conversation with my wife about like, how about you take your M1 MacBook Air and give it to one of the kids, and then you take my you take my M2 MacBook Air, which is better. Though, like, I probably should. If I bought one, I probably should buy it for my wife because I think she would like a bigger screen because she does spend a lot of time just sitting at the kitchen table. Like, she's got an office where she can plug into a Thunderbolt dock. She has a monitor and a keyboard and mouse, but that's not how she uses it. Like, she charges it like once in a while and just sits in the kitchen and diddles with it. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Mandy needs a home computer. Like,
okay.
I mean, I have this old, 15-inch MacBook Pro that's an Intel that would work, but I don't want to do that to her.
Don't give that to her. No. Don't do that. No.
So yeah, I think that I will probably get her like a 13-inch MacBook Air. I mean, the 15-inch obviously would be even better.
It would.
But we'll see what happens. So I'm sure we'll have more to talk about next week when we record.
Absolutely, for sure.
All right, last topic for the night. Is this on your radar?
Tangentially, though, I did read some reviews, and I think I'm gonna pass. But I'd love to hear what you think about this.
It's very good.
Why don't you introduce? Because okay. I've got some questions. Okay.
All right. So there has been a recent video game release of the game System Shock, which is a remake of a 1994 video game.
I think so.
Which I played the absolute shit out of. So System Shock is a seminal release on the PC platform for a lot of reasons, because it combined elements of what were very popular at the time in first-person shooters like Doom, Wolfenstein, Rise of the Triad. There were some other ones that were pretty popular back then. I don't know if Quake had come out at that point. I forget when Quake released. Quake release date. 96, it says.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Really?
So System Shock was 94.
Yeah, Quake was not. So Quake hadn't come out yet, right? Because Quake was a whole new.
Yeah.
Quake was a whole new 3D engine type thing.
Looking up, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So what made System Shock so interesting is that it combined RPG elements with a first-person shooter, which hadn't really been done. There were other games in this space, like there was the Ultima Underworlds of the day and everything. But the reason that this wound up on my radar is that it was put out by Origin Systems. Now, Origin Systems will always have a very, very special place in my heart because of the Wing Commander series. Because they put out Wing Commander, they put out Privateer. That was like Chris Roberts' jam before he turned into what I could only describe as somebody who runs a space cult now in the form of Star Citizen, but we won't go there. Anyway, I loved the first System Shock, but it was very, very clunky to play because back then I was exclusively playing computer games with a keyboard, not a keyboard and mouse. Like, mouse look wasn't something I needed because, again, like you were saying, as like a meme, but it was 100% accurate. Like, you couldn't look up. right?
Yeah.
So like all you needed to do was turn and strafe and shoot, and you could totally do all of that with a keyboard, right? So arrow key, spacebar to shoot, like that's all you really needed. But when this game came out, it introduced a whole inventory management system, and like the biggest gripe of the game was you didn't have the biggest view of what you were doing, and sometimes it
Yeah.
was easy to miss items. Um, but I played it, I beat it, I loved it. I immediately fell in love with the unit with the world that they built. So the whole premise of the game is that you are like a hacker, right? Because hacking was all the rage back in the 90s.
Mhm.
In the future, and you are asked by a shadowy company to basically take the locks, like the safety locks, off of an AI. Which, by the way, like topical, right? Because
Yeah.
did,
True.
did you see the article today where in that Air Force exercise the AI killed the drone operator because it wouldn't let
Uh-uh.
it kill everything?
No.
Oh my god! So you gotta look at
Okay.
this
Okay.
AI
Okay.
Air
Okay.
Force uh, AI Air Force story. It was literally just came out today. Let's see here. Hold on. God damn it. Let's see. Where was it? Oh god. AI control drone goes rogue, kills human operator in USAF simulated test. Ba-
Oops.
yeah. I mean, we are edging. I mean, the Wall Street Journal even had that like extinction level event warning about AI because like it's developing and so rapidly. The Air Force chief of AI tests and operations said it killed the operator because that person was keeping it from accomplishing its objective. Now it
Okay.
didn't really
Yep.
kill somebody, right?
Right.
But in the
It's also, yeah,
simulation,
exactly.
it turned on its operator, which you love to see it, right? Like,
Yeah. Like someone's like, it can do that.
yeah, yeah. So I
Like,
read this.
okay, let's rebuild the model. Give us a week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, so that was the whole premise of it, and the AI's name is Shodan,
Shodan.
and you know, as a villain, I still love her. I think she's one of the coolest characters that's ever been in a video game. The way she sort of taunts and interacts with you and tries to trick you and everything. And in System Shock 2, which came out later, also a very very good game by the way. You sort of team up with her, unexpected, like
Yeah.
unknowingly at first. You sort of team up with her to help like fix a mistake that she made. But anyway, it's a very good game. The remake is very, very good. It looks
Okay.
great. It plays great. There is still some fiddly inventory management stuff, but if you're a fan of the first game, you should definitely play it, or at least watch somebody play it on Twitch because it's very good, very atmospheric. I'm enjoying it. I'm like maybe 3 or 4 hours into it right now, and I enjoy it very, very much. Now, which did you ever play it
I played System Shock. I didn't love it like a lot of people did. Now, I did really enjoy System Shock too. That game was
Yes,
fantastic. What I
yes,
remember about System Shock was it was not intuitive at all.
nope.
You almost had no idea what to do. Lots of backtracking.
Well, I had a pirated copy, so I didn't have a manual,
Okay,
right? Like,
yeah.
it was extra hard to
Yeah.
learn that game, but
Like
go ahead.
lots of backtracking, lots of like, oh, you didn't write down that code on that screen
Yep,
like 6 floors ago. You're fucked.
yep, yep,
So that part of the game I never really enjoyed. And when I read the reviews, like, and people are like, and all of that stuff still in it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. I'll pass. Thank you. Like
yeah.
I had more tolerance for that kind of stuff when I was younger. Now, like the first time, like, and then you have to go back to the first floor. Like, nope, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, I like that. I like the idea of that because that whole backtracking and everything, like, I get it, but at the same time, like, that opens up exploration and, like, I remember the first time I played this game, like, the original System Shock, it was, like, the whole backtracking thing because you'd come across doors
Mm.
that, you needed a key or a code to open, and I just remember spending so much time looking around. It's like, "Why would they give me a door that I can't open right now?" Like, that whole concept was so foreign to me because 'cause I'd never played a game that had me do that before, right? Where, like, you come back to an area later to get the cool stuff versus getting it right then. It was like because I just assumed that when I loaded into a new level, I was never coming back to this level again. And the fact that you had to like backtrack and go to different levels and come back, and some stuff would be the same where you left it and there'd be some new stuff, or stuff might have changed. Yeah, it was groundbreaking for me, and I'll just always remember playing it for the first time. But the remake is very good. And this game is important for another reason. And me getting on my soapbox for a minute. There are very, very few games coming out right now that, one, are less than $70.
True.
Okay,
Yeah.
like say that for ever what it is. And two, are single player. Right, like there's always like games that have like a live service component, or like a battle pass, or have a multiplayer component sort of tacked on. This doesn't have any of that. It is a remake of a really, really good single player game that you are meant to enjoy yourself. You don't have to worry about like other players invading you or fucking you over. There's not a lot of people making games like that right now, so I'm really happy to see this just for that reason alone. And the team that did it, Night Dive, they've been promising this remake for a very, very long time, and they basically had to shut down development for a while to help themselves like reorient what they wanted to do. And some stuff didn't make it in, but what did make it in is extremely polished, extremely good. I don't know, man. Like if it works on your Steam Deck, I think you ought to. Well, that's interesting. I guess now that I'm saying that out loud, I don't know how it would play on a Steam Deck with some of the interaction.
Oh, it's supposed to
'Cause,
come
like,
out. It's supposed to come out for the consoles too. I don't think it's out for the consoles yet.
The one negative that I saw was, like, the inventory management stuff would probably be a huge pain in the ass on a controller. Like, if you don't have a
Okay.
mouse or some sort of pointer device, like, maybe the touchscreen works, I don't know. But I don't know how you would do some of the inventory management stuff with a controller and not wanna drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's a demo. I mean,
Yeah. Uh,
it's really good, man. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I think that there is a System Shock 2 remake in the works as well,
yeah.
which I will gobble that up as well.
But have you seen like any of the screenshots
Yes.
from that?
Yes.
It looks real bad.
I know. I think they're still working on it. I think they're going for a particular style because
Yeah.
I won't say that. I mean, I still have, like, I think I have a copy of System Shock 2 on GOG, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Let me check my games. Do I have a copy of this somewhere? Maybe I don't. I don't. Wait, do I have it on Steam? Yeah, I do. I have System Shock 2 on Steam.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm
I don't
watching
think it's aged very well.
I'm watching the enhanced edition trailer right now, and it looks like how I remember it, and that's not a good thing for a modern game.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like it looks exactly how I remember it, like all the bad, weird, oddly thin character models. It looks exactly like, yeah.
But they're going for that. I think they're doing that on purpose, though.
Yeah, but that's not what I want out of a System Shock 2. I guess it's the enhanced edition. That's what they're calling it, the enhanced edition, not even a remake. That's not what I want. I want someone to make that game with modern sensibilities and graphics and techniques, and try to tell the same story but in a more modern way. I think it's what I want from the original System Shock 2, and the fact that like no, we kept all the same mechanics. Like that was my problem before. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll see how well it runs on Steam Deck. Wait for the PS5 version to come out, or wait for it to come on sale or something. I don't know. I'm not in a rush. Again, I got Diablo 4 like literally like it's loaded in the chamber, ready to go. So
cool.
Yep.
One last thing I want to surprise you with tonight.
Okay.
Have you ever read the book House of Leaves?
I never even heard of the book House of Leaves.
Don't Google it.
Okay.
Don't do anything.
Okay.
Just go get yourself a copy.
House of Leaves.
House of Leaves.
Okay.
I just finished it.
Okay.
I use the term finished loosely.
Okay.
Man, this book fucked with my head. I think you'll like it. Like it.
Okay.
Just Just go read it. It's
Okay.
homework. I don't know if you'll be able to finish it before next week, but if you at least start reading it, we could talk about it.
Okay. Is it a graphic novel then?
No,
No?
no,
It says full color.
it is in color for a reason.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to buy it. Am I gonna have to buy an actual book?
I mean, unless you want to read it on your iPad.
Is there? I don't think there is a Kindle edition.
You know what? You know what? That makes sense. I don't think this book works on a Kindle. For reasons I don't want to tell you, it doesn't work on a Kindle. I think you might actually have to buy it. Like, get a paperback. I think it's like $12.
No, $23.
Is that the hardcover?
Paperback. House of Leaves, a remastered full color edition.
Okay.
Paperback $23. Hardcover is $43. I can have it delivered overnight. Oh no, I can't. I'm not spending enough money. I can have it delivered tomorrow. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. I'm going through the checkout process. I'm going to order this. I'm going to order a physical book like a monster.
Okay. And don't leaf through it. Like, actually read it start to finish.
Okay.
All right. I just trust me on this. And like, you're going to read it and you're be like, Drew, what the fuck is this? Just keep going. Just trust your senses. Just keep going.
It'll be here on Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a little bit of a teaser. So why don't we end here?
Okay. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. We're on the internet, doingtheirbest.com. We got a Mastodon thing, doingtheir.best. You can find us on there. You can send us an email at contact@doingtheirbest.com, he says with confidence.
I mean, it's not like anybody emails us, cowards.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate you.